What's up guys, my name is Brock, you're watching The Modest Man, and today I have a very exciting announcement. Okay, here's the big news. I have decided to officially join forces with Peter Manning NYC. And while this is a new partnership, honestly it feels like it was years in the making, so let me tell you the full story. I started The Modest Man back in late 2012 just as a website, as a style blog, and it was specifically a style blog for shorter men. I wanted to start dressing better, and I realized that there wasn't a lot of info out there specifically for guys with my build, who were below 5'8". So a lot of the style advice that I was finding didn't apply to me, and that's why I started The Modest Man. I wanted to help shorter guys feel more confident by dressing better. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but there were these two guys up in New York City, Peter Manning and Jeff Hansen, who were kind of on the same mission. So we quickly found each other, and Peter Manning NYC was one of the first brands to ever send me free samples, even back when I barely had an audience. I tried out a bunch of their clothes, I published an interview with Peter on themodestman.com, and I've been wearing and recommending their clothes ever since. They would also send samples of products that they were working on and ask for feedback, and I would give them feedback. I'd say, hey, I don't like the way that fits, or I think you should do this color instead. And the cool thing is they would listen. And I've worked with a lot of brands, and a lot of brands, they really just want promotion. They don't really want your feedback. But Peter Manning, they wanted my feedback, and they were listening and making adjustments to their line and to their clothing designs based on what I was telling them. So in a lot of ways, it's like we were already working together way before we officially partnered. So over the next few years, The Modest Man and Peter Manning both grew substantially. I started running The Modest Man full-time. Led by their CEO, Jeff Hansen, Peter Manning grew into a team of talented people. They expanded their operation to include this really cool showroom right in Midtown Manhattan. They continued to support my work by buying advertising space, and I continued to promote them every chance I got because frankly, I found myself wearing something from Peter Manning almost every day. I also got to meet the Peter Manning NYC team during a couple trips to New York, and we just got along really well. They're just really nice people, they're smart, they're driven, and I don't know, we just got along. Now here's the deal. Over the past couple of years, I have thought a lot about starting my own clothing line because even though my mission is to help guys dress better, feel more confident, I do this by giving advice, here on YouTube and over on the blog. But advice only goes so far. So for example, I can tell you how long your jeans should be, but if you can't find jeans that are the right length, all the advice in the world doesn't really help. So I always thought about at some point starting my own line. I even kind of dipped my toes in the apparel industry when I launched a limited run of button-up shirts a couple years ago, and they did really well. I got over 100 pre-orders from you guys. They were really popular, people really liked them, but it was tough, man, and I learned, just how much goes into making and selling clothes. I mean, there's so much that I don't know about, like the manufacturing and supply chain and fulfillment and e-commerce and customer service. Getting a new clothing brand off the ground and making it profitable is a huge undertaking. And so while I still wanted to do it, I knew that I didn't want to do it alone. I wanted partners. And over the past couple of years, I've been contacted by several potential partners who expressed interest in starting something together. And I talked to these potential partners, and I even got a couple of offers, but the more I thought about it, the idea of partnering with Peter Manning made a lot of sense. Here's the thing, if I started my own brand from scratch and everything went really well, like best case scenario, 5 years from now, it would look very similar to what Peter Manning is today. Sure, there'd be some small differences, but the big stuff, the important stuff would be almost identical. So when I talked to Peter and Jeff and I told them that I was thinking about starting my own thing, it didn't take us long to start talking about partnering. We pretty quickly came to an agreement that made me a manager and a part owner in Peter Manning NYC. I flew up to New York, met the team, shook hands, and we were off to the races. I am very, very excited about this new role, this new venture. I hope you guys are excited too. Of course, you might have some questions, so I'll try to answer them right now. First, what will happen to The Modest Man? So this partnership is between me as an individual and Peter Manning NYC as a company. The Modest Man is still its own separate independent thing, and I'll continue to run it as before, so really nothing will change. Will I promote other brands, or is that a conflict of interest? Now, there are more and more brands for shorter men specifically emerging every year, which is great. And I'm always gonna check them out. I'm always gonna review their clothes and let you guys know what I think about them. The only thing I'm not gonna do is paid partnerships with these competing brands. So, you won't see any sponsored posts for brands that are technically like a competitor of Peter Manning. The good news here is I haven't come across any brands for shorter men that are truly competing at Peter Manning's level, in terms of what they offer and how many people they reach. So, I don't see this being a problem. What will I do at Peter Manning? My main goal at Peter Manning is to make awesome content, just like I try to do here at The Modest Man. So I'll be producing articles and videos trying to educate guys on how to dress better, in the same, high quality, easy to digest format that you're used to here at The Modest Man. And I'm looking forward to this because Peter Manning has some awesome models. They have a great photographer and videographer that I'm gonna work with. And they have this awesome showroom up in New York that's a great place to shoot. So be sure to subscribe to Peter Manning's YouTube channel and follow them on Instagram so you don't miss anything. In addition to marketing, I'm also gonna be helping with product development. So this means anything from tweaking the fit of their most popular items, helping develop different fits like slim and athletic, choosing new colors, fabrics, and details for their future seasons, and then adding new products to the lineup. So this is really cool stuff. I'm really excited about this part of the job. And of course, you might be wondering, how will this affect you? This is great news for Modest Man readers and viewers, because you can help influence Peter Manning NYC through me. So all the feedback you've given me over the years about their brand and about their clothes, it's gonna be taken into consideration. The Peter Manning team is very, very open to feedback. I've already been giving them feedback unsolicited for the past couple of years. So all of your feedback, all of your suggestions, I'm gonna use that to make this awesome brand even more awesome. Also, I'm gonna be going up to New York about once a month, and so looking forward to spending some more time in New York City and hanging out with anybody that's up there and doing some meetups and meeting more of you guys that are up on the East Coast. So looking forward to that. Guys, I'm so excited to be able to share this news with you finally. It's something that's kind of been in the works for the past few months, so very excited. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, stay stylish.